The following is a paid program. Talk 103.7 WTIP and Cable Channel 7 welcome you into Financially Speaking with Jim Taunton. Find us live on radio, TV, the IBX Media app, and on YouTube. Just search Financially Speaking NC or get the link at WTIPFM.com. The opinions expressed in this show are for general informational purposes only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine what investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through Genoa Wealth Management Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Now, here's your host for Financially Speaking, certified financial advisor, Jim Taunton.
Welcome to Financially Speaking. Jim Taunton here, your host for the next 30 minutes. Glad you joined me, and I hope you'll be glad as well. And as always, this certainly is a listener participation program, which simply means we'd love to have a phone call from you. I'd love to have a question, financially related, of course, and anything that is of interest to you, important to you, pertinent to you in your personal financial planning, or just of interest in general. Give me a call. Unlike other programs, call with a question and you have a chance to be in the drawing for the dinner for two Antavola. We're actually probably real close. I should have asked him for the list already, but maybe won't be next week because I'm not doing live next week. Be out of town. Be a replay next week. So let me go ahead and tell you that. So 2 weeks from now, probably we'll have a drawing for dinner for two. So call tonight and your name goes into the pot. And the number here is 561-TALK. It's always 252, of course. 561-8255. 561-8255. Call during this first break, which is about 2 minutes. And we'll take your call first when we come back. Be back in 2 minutes.
Aiden Golf and Country Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates, low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Aiden Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Aiden Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
All right, no text from the producer. Means we didn't have a call. That's a sad state of affairs. Number is 561-TALK, 561-8255. Love to have a call from you, anything financially related, and we'll get you in that drawing for the dinner for two Antavola. There's just a lot going on in the financial world these days. We had a big, beautiful bill pass. I'm going to talk some about that. I told you I would get into that at some point. Well, that point is tonight. We'll start anyway. There's just so much there. and many other things. I mentioned last week that there was a statement at the top of a presentation that I received from Morningstar, and I just thought it was worth repeating. What's comfortable is rarely rewarding. I love that statement. What's comfortable is rarely rewarding. And there are many clients that like to be comfortable. I had one in today, and his aversion to risk is rather high. And so we're doing some things to mitigate volatility in his portfolio, at least initially, until he can get his feet wet and start understanding how these things play out. But I told them that, in life, taking acceptable risk is a must for reward. You won't get anywhere in life without taking acceptable risk. And that's not only with your money. That's in every area of life, including relationships. I mean, telling somebody you love them is taking risk. You are putting yourself in a vulnerable position. That is the definition of risk. In business, you have to take acceptable risk to grow the business. We have a very successful local businessman, Garrett Blackwelder, who owned the gaming company, and he sold it for, over $1 billion. It's public knowledge. And when he first started that business, I can promise you there were many that said, "Oh, don't do that. You're making a mistake. You need to get a real job with a company and get a paycheck and all that." And he didn't listen. And look where he is today. I mean, it is quite a story. Don't begrudge a dime because he made it, virtually himself. So there you go. So, folks, we've got to take acceptable risk with our money. There's just no question about that. And I think we can certainly do that for clients. We can put them in a portfolio that is not throwing caution to the wind, but is an acceptable risk profile. And by doing that, you will set yourself up to reap rewards from the market, which you would have this year. You recall what happened this year? Is it already too long ago, just a few months? Yeah, we started out pretty well. And then all of a sudden we had, Liberation Day or Independence Day, when Trump announced the tariffs, and the market went down significantly.